So number 53, your directions say factor each perfect square trinomial. So the reason this trinomial is called a perfect square is because its first term and its last term are perfect squares. You'll go ahead and start the problem just like it's a normal trinomial. Since the 1 is positive, the signs are the same, and both signs will be plus. And when you have the 4x squared and the 1, it just helps you choose your possibilities. So if you have a 4x squared, that's a perfect square. That means you want to do 2x and 2x. And because you have a 1 as your last term, you want to do 1 times 1. You can try other possibilities, but if the first and the last term are both perfect squares, this will be the easiest way to work the problem. You can check if you want to. The inner terms multiply to be 2x, the outer terms multiply to be 2x, and 2x and 2x do combine to be your middle term. Your book will probably write 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 1 as 2x plus 1 squared. That's just the more acceptable answer. Number 57, the directions change, and they say factor using the formula for the sum or the difference of cubes. They're going ahead and telling you that you have the sum or the difference of cubes, and we're going to use our formula that we talked about today. So that formula is always a binomial times a trinomial. You'll take the cube root of x cubed in your head. Okay, the cube root of x cubed is x. The cube root of positive 27 is positive 3. So your binomial comes from taking the cube root of both of your original terms. Then you take your x and you square it. X squared is x squared. That gives you the first term in your trinomial. You take your sign in your binomial and you change it. So it gives you a minus. You multiply x times 3. That gives you 3x as the middle term. And then you square the 3 and that gives you a positive 9. So those are your factors according to the formula. 59 is the difference of two perfect cubes. Again, we're going to use our formula. We're going to get a binomial times a trinomial. We're going to take the cube root of both terms. The cube root of x cubed is x, and the cube root of negative 64 is negative 4. We're going to take the first term of the binomial and square it. We're going to take this sign and we're going to change it. We're going to multiply x times 4, and we're going to get our middle term of 4x, and then we're going to take our negative 4 and we're going to square it. We're going to get a positive 16. So those are our factors. 61 is the difference of two perfect cubes. That's going to be a binomial times a trinomial. We're going to take the cube root of both. Cube root of 8x cubed is 2x. The cube root of negative 1 is negative 1. Then we take the first term in our binomial and we square it. 2x squared is 4x squared. We take our sign and we change it. We multiply 2x times 1 and get 2x. And we square the negative 1 and we get a positive 1. Number 63 is the sum of two perfect cubes. And again, that's our formula, which is a binomial times a trinomial. We take the cube root of 64x cubed, which is 4x. We take the cube root of positive 27, which is positive 3. We take 4x and square it. We take our sign, which is positive, and we change it. We multiply 4x times 3, and we get 12x. And we square a positive 3, and we get a positive 9. And those are our factors.